Good morning, friends. We are back with more Diary of a Wimpy Kid. All right, let's see. We left off on Tuesday. Today we got our independent study assignment, and guess what it is? We have to build a robot. At first, everybody kind of freaked out because we thought we were going to have to build a robot from scratch. But Mr. Darnell told us we don't have to build an actual robot, we just need to come up with ideas for what our robot might look like and what kinds of things it would be able to do. Then he left the room and we were on our own. We started brainstorming right away and I wrote down a bunch of ideas on the blackboard. The robot would do my homework, do the dishes, make my breakfast, brush my teeth. I actually wish I had someone do that for me. Everybody was pretty impressed with my ideas, but it was easy to come up with them. All I did was write down all the things I hate doing myself. But a couple of the girls got up to the front of the room, and they had some ideas of their own. They erased my list and drew up their own plan. They wanted to invent a robot that would give you dating advice and have 10 types of lip gloss on its fingertips. All us guys thought this was the stupidest idea we've ever heard, so we ended up splitting into two groups, girls and boys. The boys went to the other side of the room while the girls stood around talking. Now that we had all the serious workers in one place, we got to work. Someone had the idea that you could say your name to the robot and it can say it back to you. Hi, Bob. It is very nice to meet you, Bob. But then someone else pointed out that you shouldn't be able to use bad words for your name because the robot shouldn't be able to curse. So we decided we should come up with a list of all the bad words the robot shouldn't be able to say. We came up with all the regular bad words, but then Ricky Fisher came up with the 20 more the rest of us had never heard of before. So Ricky ended up being one of the most valuable contributors to this project. Right before the bell rang, Mr. Darnell came back in the room to check on our progress. He picked up the piece of paper we were writing on and read it over. Oh, they were trying to do a good thing, but it looks like a bad thing. To make a long story short, independent study is canceled for the rest of the year. Well, at least it is for us boys. So if the robots in the future are going around with cherry lip gloss for fingers, at least now you know how it all got started. Thursday. In school today, we had a general assembly and showed the movie It's Great to Be Me, which they show us about every year. The movie is all about how you should be happy with who you are and not change anything about yourself. To be honest with you, I think that's really cheesy because to be telling kids, especially the ones at my school, it's great to be me, shove, and then his buddy's laughing. If someone picks on a safety patrol, later on they made an announcement that there are some openings on the safety patrols, and that got me thinking. If someone picks on a safety patrol, it can get them suspended. The way I figure it, I can use any extra protection I can get. Plus, I realize that maybe being in a good position of authority could be good for me. Can we please cross the street now? Nope. But we've been standing here for an hour. I went down to Mr. Winsky's office and signed myself up, and I got Rally to sign up too. I thought Mr. Winsky would make us do a bunch of chin-ups or jumping jacks or something to prove we were up for the job, but he just handed us our belts and badges on the spot. Mr. Winsky said the openings were for a special assignment. Our school is right next to the elementary school, and they've got a half-day kindergarten there. He wants us to walk the morning session kids home in the middle of the day. I realized that meant we would miss 20 minutes of pre-algebra. Riley must have figured that out too because he started to speak up, but I gave him a wicked pinch underneath the desk before he could finish his sentence. But we would miss... Yahooey! I couldn't believe my luck. I was getting instant bully protection and a free pass from half of pre-algebra, and I didn't even have to lift a finger. Tuesday. Today was our first day as safety patrols. Me and Rally didn't technically have stations like all the other patrols, so that means we don't have to stand out in the freezing cold for an hour before school. But that didn't stop us from coming to the cafeteria for the free hot chocolate they hand out to other patrols before homeroom. Another great perk is that you get to show up 10 minutes late for first period. So they're getting their hot cocoa and showing up late. Hello. I'm telling you, I've got it made with the safety patrol thing. At 12:15, me and Riley left school and walked the kindergartners home. The whole trip ate up about 45 minutes, and there were only 20 minutes of pre-algebra left when we got back. Walking the kids home was no sweat, but one of the kindergartners started to smell a little funny, and I think maybe he had an accident in his pants. He tried to let me know about it, but I just stared straight ahead and kept walking. I'll take these kids home, but believe me, I didn't sign up for diaper duty. Aw, he's trying to tell him. February. Wednesday. Today it snowed for the first time this winter, and school was canceled. We were supposed to have a test in pre-algebra, and I've kind of slacked off ever since I became a safety patrol, so I was psyched. I called Riley and told him to come over. Me and him have been talking about building the world's biggest snowman for the past couple of years. And when I say the world's biggest snowman, I'm not kidding. Our goal is to get into the Guinness Book of World Records. But every time we've gotten serious about going for the record, all the snow has melted and we've missed our window of opportunity. So this year, I wanted to get started right away. When Riley came over, we started rolling the first snowball to make the base. I figured the base was going to have to be at least 8 feet tall on its own if we wanted to have a shot at breaking the record. But the snowball got real heavy and we had to take a bunch of breaks in between rolls so we could catch our breath. So this is how big they want to get it. Let's see how big they actually do. They're not doing too well so far. During one of our breaks, Mom came outside to go to the grocery store, but our snowball was blocking her car in, so we got a little free labor out of her. After our break, me and Riley pushed that snowball until we couldn't push it any farther. But when we looked behind us, we saw the mess we had made. The snowball had gotten so heavy that it tore up all of the sod Dad had laid out this fall. I was hoping it would snow a few more inches and cover up our tracks, but just like that, it stopped snowing. Our plan to build the world's biggest snowman was starting to fall apart, so I came up with a better idea for our snowball. Every time it snows, the kids from Worley Street use our hill for sledding, even though this isn't their neighborhood. So that's all the stuff they picked up with their snowball. So tomorrow morning, when the Worley Street kids come marching up our hill, me and Riley are going to teach those guys a lesson. Oh, they're going to roll it down the hill. Well, let's find out next time if they actually do. See you guys then.